Hello everyone, welcome back to Backlog Stories channel. In the previous session, I was explaining about waterfall model. In the today's session, I'll be talking about iterative model and spiral model. Okay, this is iterative model, iterative, hmm, iterative model. Let me change the font size. Okay, make it bold and I want to change the color. Okay, so let's get started. Iterative model. What is iterative model? So developing a software in an iterative fashion means step by step. So what do you mean by step by step? What do you mean by iterative model? So basically, there may be situation like a customer wants to develop a software. Uh, a customer they want to have a software but the requirements are not so clear or they do not have the 100% requirement at that moment. Okay, in that case, but if they have already an agreement with any business vendor or any software companies, so in that case they cannot, if there is a situation like they cannot wait for until they have all 100% requirement in handy or get ready so that they can hand over or pass that to a software company for developing a software, but they don't want to waste the time. So whatever requirements they have, they want to uh, you know uh, share it to the software company, and they want to get it developed as soon as possible. So this is the situation, a specific situation. Okay, so in that case the spiral or sorry iterative model will comes into picture. That means the customer is giving the requirement phase by phase or step by step. They are not giving, customer is not giving all 100% requirement one shot. Okay, so uh, what happens, software companies they will gather the requirements whatever they have. For example, uh, you know uh, ideally, suppose they have a 400 or 500 requirements, but customer is ready with 100 requirements. One module maybe it can using with we can we can start with one module using that requirements. What software company does, it will they will start working on that 100 requirements. Okay, they will design and develop, and also they will perform a testing, and also they will implement and deploy it. They will do a deployment and they will showcase to customer. Okay, the whatever requirement you have given, we already developed and tested and it is working as per your requirement. So then by that time, if customer is ready with the second set of requirements, again development team they will start designing and developing and eventually testing and deployment. So this is the the iteration is happening step by step. Means customer is not giving requirements all together, he is giving bits and pieces. So whatever uh, his business model may be so dynamic, he himself customer is not ready with all the requirements. So there could be a situation like that. So that's why iterative model comes into picture. And mostly advantages, yeah, because the customer requirements, whenever there is a customer requirement is not clear and they do not have all the requirements, this is the best way to follow the iterative model and develop a software and test and ship it to production. Okay, disadvantages, for example, customer gave some set of requirements, okay, initially, and development team and they started designing and developing, and already first set of requirements already in testing phase. Then again customer comes back with a second set of requirement along with some changes in. around 20 to 30 requirement changes in the first set of requirement, which already given, but it is not freezed. Customer is changed again. The customer is come back with understanding, some requirement changes. Then now company, the software company, they have to change the requirements in first module, I mean first set of requirements, and also they need to start working on new set of requirement also. Okay, then testing team, they have to test first set of requirements and second set of requirement, and again they need to write a test plan, test case, execution of test case, and also they need to test integration between first set of requirements and second set of requirements. So all the depend, if there are any dependency, and we need to verify all these things. So this is a little drawback of this module. Um, yeah, I mean it depends on totally situation, what type of business and what type of customer is trying to uh, have the requirements. It depends on the situation. The company will make use of this model. But yeah, again it's very corner, or I mean it depends on the customer use case, customer situation. This model will be used in many of the organizations. Earlier they used it, but for this is one of replacement. This iterative model is a module. Iterative model also will be covered as part of agile and scrum model. Okay, so that's why no, currently most of the organizations are not using this model. Instead, this use case they are going for the agile model. Okay, I'll be covering agile model in deep in the next upcoming session. I would like to finish first spiral model and V model, then we will talk about um, agile model, because it has a lot of good stuff, lot of interesting stuff that requires dedicated session. Okay, let's move on. Um I'll be talking about, to just to save our time. I don't want to draw here. Last time it was taking a lot of time. Just to save your time and my time, I have a, PNG so that I can. Okay, hold on. Okay, 1 second. Let me adjust. Okay, okay. I hope you guys are able to see the screen now. Okay, what is spiral model? Okay, spiral model is uh, it looks like a spiral. The, okay, that's why the name comes as a spiral. Okay, so basically what happens in spiral model, hold on a second, it is, my screen is hung, just a hold on. Yeah, in spiral model what happens, the software product is developed in a small modules. Okay, um, let's consider in this diagram. uh, okay, first what happens, it is almost a little bit similar to iterative model, but what happens, uh, in that case, the requirements was not ready with the customer itself. Here in this case, the main difference is the customer gave all the requirements. Most of the requirements they gave. Okay, maybe they are like 20% of requirements they are not sure, or they want to change as per the business need or later point of view. Okay, or there may be situation like they want to see the first and second module. Depends upon that they want to give requirements for third and fourth, or maybe they gave the requirements for three modules, and fourth and fifth they want to give later stage. The situation is like that, or they might have given all the requirements to the software company. So these are the use cases why we will or software company will go for spiral model. Okay, so what happens? Hold on a second. Let me. Okay, so they what they will do? They will once they gather the requirement, again same they will do the feasibility study and then designing LLD, HLD, and coding. So what happens here? They software company software companies what they do, they will segregate the requirements based on the module or similar set of similar task. For example, I'm just taking an example of uh, you know uh, just to understand, to make you guys understand banking software. Let's take in the banking software, online banking software. All user details, user configuration, user registration, login, all the use cases, all the requirements, they will collect one collect they will segregate. And also they will segregate the requirements for applying loan and approval of loan. All those requirements they will segregate in separately. And also they will segregate separate requirements for deposits, fixed deposit. So basically, requirement segregation is happening, and then they will start with one basic core module, maybe saving all the bank details, bank customer details, login, registration, online transaction, basic transaction from account A to account B. So all the basic and critical features they will start in the first as a module, core module. Then, while developing a second set of requirements or second module, if there are any changes in the module, first module, it is allowed in the spiral model because the requirements are already clear. The requirements are already given by the customer. Okay, and if there are any changes from the customer, we can do it along with the second iteration. I mean, second round of uh, designing, coding, and testing. Okay, and in the third round of next cycle, I can say it's a cycle, a round or phase. Third phase, what happens if you are developing modules like A, B, C? Okay, so module A is designed and developed and tested. While developing a module B, okay, you need to test, but testing team, they need to test module A, module B, and integration between module A and module B. Okay. In the third phase, while developing a model C, what happens if there is any changes or bug fixes in model A and model B? So then testing team, the testers, they need to test model A bug fixes and model B for bug fixes, and also if there are any changes and new changes, new as per the new requirements in model C. So basically, they need to cover a lot of use cases, a lot of testing, a lot of effort in while developing, designing, and testing in model C. So while developing model C, there will be a lot of effort by the testing team because they need to ensure there is no regression is happening uh, because of this integration between model A and model B. And also uh, if there are any changes in the requirements, that should not lead into any deviation in the existing behavior of the application. So that's why it's a very as and when modules are developed and designed, it is very complicated, uh, difficult for testers to cover all the use cases. That is one of the major um, drawback of this spiral model. Okay, so I hope you guys are able to follow my whatever I was talking about, iterative model and spiral model. In the next session, we will talk about V model, and then follow up. We will be having one a dedicated session for agile model. Thanks for watching uh, this course, and it's my humble request to, if you like this course, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. I'll bring a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and definitely it will be value added value added to your resumes or any interview. If you guys are trying to looking for any testing job, definitely these topics, whatever I'm trying to discuss here, definitely it will help. Thank you for watching. I hope you see we will I hope I will see in the next session. I hope you will follow my session and you will come back and for the next session. Thank you so much.